Welcome back, Officers of the Republic. It's of course Honorable Police Chief APGAINS for their episode of When to Farm, the series and playlist, which you should watch the rest of the videos if you're a new player or if you want to know when the best time to farm every character and team in the game. We live in this post-farming guide world. Farming guides haven't really been that useful for multiple years at this point. The real skill of building a Galaxy of Heroes account is understanding what you want to accomplish. If it's GAC, you've come to the right place, obviously. But more importantly, what your roster already looks like, the holes that you have in your roster, and how you can fill them as efficiently as possible. Now, obviously, you could use a tool like the Cube, which is our software available on Patreon, which will allow you to view your offensive and defensive stats. Maybe you have way too much offense in your roster. It'll tell you to farm some defensive teams and list the teams that you should farm and do some other stuff. I won't get into it too much. Link in the description if you want to join. But something that is non-negotiable is farming Jedi Knight Revan early. And what I mean by early, I mean by 500,000 GP, you should already be starting to farm Jedi Knight Revan. Now, the reason I only have these 3 Jedi listed here is because usually you use him with other Jedi. Now, he's super versatile. You can use him, not as the leader or as the leader for basically any Jedi team ever. He's amazing. And because of that, we want to farm him early. Like I said, 500,000 GP. His characters are all accelerated rate, meaning you get them twice as fast as newer characters because they've been out for many years. So it shouldn't be a problem to get all of his characters up. Now, you don't need to invest that much into him. The only reason these characters are at, 17,500 is because that's the requirement they need to be to unlock Malik. But I think when I did the Jedi Knight Revan unlock, I had Jedi Knight Revan at like gear 11. Bastila was at like gear 9. Like everyone else is like level 50. Like the Jedi Knight Revan event is incredibly easy. You shouldn't have any problems with it. Once you get Jedi Knight Revan, however, I would very much say invest in him to relics. If you're early, thank you for selling me something, Capital Games. If you're early, relic 3. If you're later, relic 5. I mean, theoretically, I should have him at relic 7 or higher at this point in the game. I just don't because you don't need to highly relic almost anything in this game if you're good enough. But I would invest in him to relics the second you unlock him. Now, the next video that I will record, and I don't know, probably come out at the same time, is when to farm Darth Revan, because obviously you both need them to get Malik. So, farm Jedi Knight Revan early as fuck. He's great. You'll never regret it. Watch the rest of the playlist if you want to know when to watch everything else. I'm going to go record when to farm Jedi Knight Darth Revan. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I love you. And I will see you later. Bye-bye.